Good morning, people. I'll just give this a few seconds to put this notification out that I'm live, and I just thought it would be appropriate for me to share some information with you. I think people need to know what's going on with me. So I'm just waiting to see if anybody's... It's a bit early anyway. So a few of you would know from before Christmas, I had what was like a stroke, and that prompted me to go to the doctors. And I'd had years of going to the doctors that just brushed me off, didn't check my blood pressure, didn't do anything, you know what I mean? And I just got jack of it. But I ended up going to see a doctor here in Maryborough, and she was really horrified what I told her I'd been through. She did my blood pressure. She went off her head. My blood pressure was off the scale, okay? So she got me onto some blood pressure tablets, and she decided, let's start investigating this. Blood tests showed up an anomaly in my blood. And then, it's like, okay, I got an MRI done. That showed a bit of a change in some blood vessels, but nothing major. I had a CT head scan done as well because I had a second event happen, but it was a bit different. That didn't show anything. And then suddenly that doctor left and another doctor stepped in. And he wasn't happy overall with my blood pressure. And within the last 2 weeks, he decided, let's do some more investigation. So in the last 2 weeks, I've had a chest x-ray. I've had a chest CT scan. I've had an ECG. And combined with the results of a spirometry test I had just before Christmas, I am now referred to the Prince Charles Hospital in Brisbane. Whew. Don't mind me, I'm going to hold this together, to see a respiratory specialist. What I have is terminal, but we've just got to see how long and what we can do. At the moment, I won't know until I see the respiratory specialist, which they're moving really fast to do. The referral's already been put in as of yesterday. I can't credit these two doctors for what they've done in the last 8 weeks. They've done more than what every other doctor's done in the last 10 years. When I've gone in and complained about not being able to breathe or other issues, I've just been dismissed. All right, these guys are going like crazy to find what's going on. I've also got to have a CT scan on my liver, because while I did the CT scan on the chest with contrast, they caught the top of the liver and they found something in the liver as well. It could be a cyst, so we don't know. I'm not going to stop fighting. Never. And the trolls are already coming at me on TikTok. And I got a little bit over the top. I really did, with a couple of them. Because I had, a couple of people not accepting the fact that I've been on disability for a work injury for 30 years. I can't work. I'm on disability for a reason. And these people, why don't you do this and why don't you do that? It's like, are you thick? And I ended up screaming at one person, I'm freaking dying. Can't somebody die in peace? Why do you want me to go and study and upskill and go train dogs? I can't even walk. Whoa, so we'll see how it goes. The conditions that I have are life-shortening, for sure. And I will make the best to have the best quality of life that I can. And thanks to some people and a friend of mine who have loaned me money to buy a mobility scooter, I will be out there every day with that mobility scooter, decked out, letterboxing, talking to people in my town about the cashless debit card. I'm not going to stop. All right? For ethical reasons, A friend of mine set me up a GoFundMe account. It is not on this platform for ethical reasons, because that's not what this is about. But it is on my personal page. Okay. I don't know what the future holds. I don't know. But I thought it was fair to let you guys know what was going on. I mean, some of you would have noticed in my videos when I go out live, my breathing is completely stuffed. For me to go down to the Thursday market is hard work, because walking down Adelaide Street is hard work. Thankfully, sometime this afternoon I'll have a mobility scooter, and that will change that. I will be going to town a lot more, and I'm going to get out there, and I'm going to campaign really hard. I encourage other people here to get out. If you've got one of our shirts, get out there, wear it. Even if you just wear it to go shopping and then people ask you what it's about, tell as many people as you can. Let them know that Pauline Hanson, Malcolm Roberts, Craig Kelly have sold Australians for profits. Our kids are not for sale. We are not for sale. Australians are not for sale. All right? And our freedoms are important. Whew. And we need to rank this campaign up all across the country. All right? Stop this damn card and give Australians their freedoms back. And give them their rights back, their human rights back. All right? Direct people to our website, www.thesayno7.com. Learn all the information. It's all there. Everything that the government won't tell the people. Everything that the bloody media is afraid to publish is all there. The facts, the reports, the cardholder stories is all there. Go to SN7 Resources page. Read her daily updates and the stuff that she does. And support her. You know, share everything from this page. All right? Word of mouth. Talk to your families. Talk to your relatives. And if they ignore you, that's their problem. But you tried. You know what I mean? Get outside your LNP offices. Get up in Pauline Hanson's face and challenge her and Malcolm Roberts. All right? And show them for the fake freedom fighters that they are. Because they're not supporting Australians' freedoms, human rights, dignity. All right? They're not supporting people. They've sold people out. They've legislated people's rights away in law. They've legislated people out of being citizens. Right? And I'm sure as hell going to fight to stop that. That's all right, Steve. It's okay. I didn't even see it. I saw a whole heap of emojis, but... Oh, sorry to be emotional. I thought I'd gotten over being emotional yesterday afternoon. But I figured it was fair that I came here and I told you guys what was going on. We will beat this damn card. The ALP have promised to scrap it. They've pledged to scrap it. They've voted against it. We know the Greens will vote to stop it. They will vote to stop it as well. But they're in the Senate. You know what I mean? And we know that the only independence that I am 100% certain on for people who aren't sure, Australian Progressives has it in their policy to scrap the card. If you're in Tasmania, Andrew Wilkie. Right? At the moment, we've got a case of... I've had the Hinkler candidate for One Nation come in on a live on my personal page claiming that he's going to stop the card. I don't know how, because Pauline voted for it, Malcolm voted for it, and they support the LNP in a national rollout of it. Right? Don't be fooled, people, when Craig Kelly and UAP and Clive Palmer starts an advertising campaign saying he'll stop the card, because they won't. They just won't. Okay? One Nation, UAP, Centre Alliance, they won't stop the card for people. They don't care. Alright? I'm sick of the fake freedom fighters. Australian freedoms. Australians have been sold to private companies for profit. That's not freedom. Alright? That's dirty. And I may have 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, I don't know. But I ain't giving up. For me, for my daughter, and for all you guys out there that don't deserve this. We're Australian citizens and we deserve to be treated with dignity and respect and protected under the rule of law in this country, not excluded. All right? Watahulia Vola. You can go to our website, www.thesayno7.com, all one word, and read up, learn the information, and then you can counter people's arguments. But there's no argument again. No Australian should be losing their legal rights in law. No Australian should be having their human rights breached. Nobody should. This country's track record on human rights breaches and ignoring human rights, look at what they've done to the refugees. Right? We said at the beginning, if they'll do it to refugees, they'll do it to us. They'll do it to you, and they're doing it. Okay? You know? I'm not getting into that here because that's not true. But anyway, and we don't do conspiracy theories on this page. We deal with facts only. And it's not the post to do this on, okay? The fact of the matter is that no Australian should be set outside the rule of law. No one should be excluded just because of the income source that they're on. Or if they're on a low-paid job and they're still claiming some sort of part payment. If they're disabled, right? And stuff like that, you know? It's... Watahulia Vola, you're saying it's already law for national cashless. No, you've got it mixed up, dear. Okay, I'm sorry. Go away with that, right? Pauline Hanson and Malcolm Roberts voted to protect the rich. They voted against the cash ban bill for the wealthy. They voted for the cashless debit card for the poor and the low-paid workers and people on disabilities, carers, students, age pensioners. Right? I'm not doing conspiracy theory rubbish. ALP will scrap the card. The Greens will support that. Right? Simple as that. Take your chances. Right? Enjoy your card if you vote the wrong way and we end up with another LNP government. That's all I'm going to say. But I can tell you now, there's millions of Australians around this country that are terrified of an LNP government. And One Nation, because of what they've done in the last 6 years. This is not about going cashless. Alright? Because under a full society of cashless, at least you'd be able to be in control of your money. You could go and spend it wherever you want. Not have a private company dictate to you not paying their rent. I mean, we've got so many homeless. Keith Pitt, get rid of him. All he's done is brought destruction to the Hinkler electorate. What a proud cap he must be wearing. That the Hinkler electorate is now listed as the most disadvantaged region outside Aboriginal communities that are living in what I call fourth world conditions. The poverty he's brought to that region, the stigma, the shame, has resulted in the highest amount of homelessness in the country and the highest amount of youth suicide in the country. That is not a really good trophy to have, is it? But that's happened in the last 3 years since the cashless debit card has come in. And he'll still defend the cashless debit card, but he won't stand up and defend the rights of those people that have been forced onto it. Right? LNP, One Nation, UAP have not stood up for the rights of people on social security, disability support pensions, age pensions, students, casual workers. Enough is enough. We are not for sale. Australians are not for sale. Right? And fake freedom fighters need to be pulled off their pedestals and brought back down to earth, because they voted freedoms away. They voted it away. They legislated it away. And I don't care what the UAP candidates say. I don't care what One Nation candidate in Hinkler says. Oh, but it's only meant to be for people on Job Seeker. Well, Pauline still voted it away for everybody, right? So you can't use that damned excuse. Oh, but it's only supposed to be for people on Job Seeker. No, Pauline, it's not. And you know it. Or did you not read the legislation? If she's that incompetent of a senator that she has not read the bill and she's just listened to propaganda from the LNP, oh, it's only for people on Job Seeker, right? Then what sort of person is she? She claims to be for the battler and stand up for Australians' rights and freedoms, while she's legislating them away in the backdoor deal in the Parliament, where you guys don't see. You know what I mean? Enough is enough. So I will keep going as much as I can. I'll keep you updated as much as I can. I'm not giving up the fight. In fact, this has made me more determined because I have less time. I don't know how long I've got, whether, like I said, whether it's 1 year, 2 years, 5 years. Right? I'll show you something. I did this the other day. It's already wrinkled up. But when I had the Hinkler electorate candidate for One Nation in my personal live feed the other night, I showed him this piece of paper, all right? It's a citizenship paper. It's only a copy, okay? I'm not going to destroy my citizenship papers, right? But I said, I showed him this and I said, this is what you did. This is what Pauline Hanson did to my citizenship in this country. That's what she did to it. Thrown it in the bin. My rights as an Australian citizen, my legal protections in law, my human rights protections, right? That's what she's doing to Australians. Using them up, screwing them up when they're finished and throwing them in the bin. Fight for your kids' freedoms. Fight for your freedoms. Fight for your parents' freedoms. Stop the card. Support the people that will stop the card, right? And ignore the fake freedom fighters that are busy taking away your rights. Simple as that. Because while they're out there screaming about it, and while she's busy not turning up to Senate, the Parliament sat, all right? The Parliament sat this last fortnight. Pauline Hanson didn't turn up to do her job in the Senate, but she did turn up at the freedom rallies, right, for people that are making personal choices, that are not having their human rights stripped in law that she's done, that haven't had their legal protections stripped in law that she's done. She didn't come to work last week, and she didn't turn up for Senate estimates this week. So it's time to throw, yes, Tim, let's throw the LNP, One Nation and UAP in the bin and tell them Australians are not for sale. Our kids are not for sale. I am not for sale. You are not for sale, right? And then you can go jump too. All right? My moods may go up and down a bit. You may find I might not be so restrained in the near future, because after the trolling I got last night on TikTok, I've made a decision. Filters off. I won't tolerate being bullied and harassed, especially now that they know that I have a weakness, my health. I will be collecting all of the troll statements and names that I come across. Easy, I'll just screenshot it, you know what I mean? I may even do a post about it and stuff like that. The troll farms are going to come out in the next, as soon as the election's called. They've already started, right? I don't care. I've got nothing to lose, have I? You know what I mean? So, if you're in the Maryborough, Hervey Bay region and you want to help me, contact me. Because I need volunteers. I need people to help me out here Okay? Because I can't do a lot by myself. But I will get out on that mobility scooter, and I will put signs and stickers on it, and I will carry leaflets around, and I will talk to people, and I'll do it for as long as I bloody well can. And let's get rid of this LNP government, and don't let UAP and One Nation in the door ever again. I've had enough of the bigotry, the racism, the vilification of people on social security has to stop. We are all Australians. We are mums, dads, brothers, sisters, cousins, aunties, uncles, grandparents, parents. We are people. We are Australian. All right? And at the moment, we are not one, because we have people like Pauline and Craig Kelly and the LNP who want us to be all nicely divided into classes. All right? Let's get rid of this classism for a start. All right? I want people to know, it doesn't matter how poor you are or how rich you are. At the end of the day, we get up in the morning, we go to the same place. We usually do it again at night before we go to bed. Whether it's porcelain, whether it's a pot, or whether it's a gold throne. And at the end of the day, the hole in the ground is still 6 foot deep, right? Or the urn on the mantelpiece, and you can't take it with you. Okay? Remember, doesn't matter how rich or poor you are, we all bleed red. We're all humans, and we're all entitled to our human rights protections. Okay? This is not the time, please. So I've got somebody who's going to come here. I'm terminally ill. Go away. I just had to block somebody. Not the time. Not the time. See? All right, I'm going to go. See you guys.